Gerald GM3 Meerschaert is an American mixed martial artist, MMA, known for his skills, especially in submissions, and for achieving surprising upsets in his career. He's fought in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, and made a name for himself by being an unpredictable fighter who often shocks fans with unexpected wins. His journey in the sport is filled with ups and downs, showcasing both his resilience and his ability to overcome the odds. Early life and starting out in MMA. Gerald Meerschaert was born on December 18th, 1987, in Racine, Wisconsin. Growing up, he was like most kids who loved sports, but he really had a knack for wrestling. When he discovered MMA, he realized it was a sport that combined his wrestling skills with striking and submissions, which fascinated him. In the early days of his MMA career, Meerschaert fought in smaller organizations, and his hard work and determination helped him improve quickly. After years of fighting in various promotions, Meerschaert finally got an opportunity to compete in the UFC, which is the biggest stage for MMA fighters. Making it to the UFC is like making it to the early UFC career and finding his footing. Meerschaert made his UFC debut on December 9, 2016, against Joe Gigliotti. He won the fight with a submission, a rear naked choke, in the first round. This was a great start for him and showed everyone he was a fighter to watch. Meerschaert is particularly skilled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a martial art focused on grappling and submissions, which allows him to tap out his opponents, forcing them to give up. As Meerschaert continued to fight in the UFC, he had some wins and losses, which is normal in MMA. Some of his early UFC victories included fights against tough opponents like Ryan James and Eric Spicely, but he also suffered defeats, which made his journey challenging. Each loss taught him something new, and he used these experiences to grow as a fighter. Gerald Meerschaert's upsets and big wins. One thing that makes Gerald Meerschaert stand out is his ability to pull off big upsets. In MMA, an upset happens when a fighter who is expected to lose actually wins the fight. Here are some of the most notable upsets in Meerschaert's career. One submission victory over Daron. Win. In March 2020, Meerschaert fought Daron Win, a wrestler with a strong reputation. Many people thought Meerschaert would struggle against Win's wrestling, but Meerschaert surprised everyone by catching Win in a choke and submitting him in the third round. This victory showed that Meerschaert could handle strong wrestlers and use his grappling skills to his advantage. 2. Defeating Trevin Giles. In August 2020, Meerschaert faced Trevin Giles, a young and talented fighter. Many people believed Giles would outstrike Meerschaert, but Meerschaert again proved them wrong. He secured a third-round submission, showing his skill in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This win was a big upset, and it reminded everyone not to underestimate Meerschaert's grappling abilities. 3. Submission over Mahmoud Muradov. One of Meerschaert's most memorable upsets happened in August 2021 against Mahmoud Muradov. Muradov was on a big winning streak and was expected to beat Meerschaert. However, Meerschaert surprised everyone by catching Muradov in a rear naked choke in the second round, forcing him to submit. This victory was especially important because Muradov was a highly regarded prospect, and beating him boosted Meerschaert's reputation significantly. 4. Quick submission win over Bartosz Fabinski. In April 2021, Meerschaert faced Bartosz Fabinski, a powerful wrestler from Poland. Many thought Fabinski would control the fight with his wrestling, but Meerschaert didn't let that happen. Just over 2 minutes into the fight, he caught Fabinski in a guillotine choke, submitting him quickly. This win proved once again that Meerschaert's grappling is a real threat to anyone. 5. Defeating Bruno Silva. In August 2022, Meerschaert faced Bruno Silva, a fighter known for his striking power. Many believed Silva would be too much for Meerschaert to handle, but once again, Meerschaert shocked the crowd by securing a submission victory in the third round. This fight showed that Meerschaert could handle powerful strikers and find a way to win, even against dangerous opponents. Setbacks and bouncing back. Throughout his career, Meerschaert has faced setbacks, losing to fighters like Ian Heinisch and Khamzat Chimaev. One of the hardest moments for him was his fight against Chimaev in 2020, where he lost in just 17 seconds. It was a tough loss, but Meerschaert didn't let it discourage him. He trained harder and returned to fighting, determined to prove himself again. Every setback helped Meerschaert grow. He learned from his losses, made adjustments to his fighting style, and continued to work on his skills. His resilience is a big part of what makes his story inspiring. Even when people counted him out, he kept going and found ways to win. Legacy and impact. Gerald Meerschaert's story in MMA is one of persistence, skill, and the ability to rise above challenges. He has more than 30 career wins, with most of them coming by submission. making him one of the most dangerous submission artists in the UFC. His success in pulling off upsets has earned him a reputation as a fighter who can never be counted out. Meerschaert's journey shows that even when things don't go as planned, there is always a chance to turn things around with hard work, dedication, and resilience. Fans admire him not just for his victories, but also for his fighting spirit and his ability to keep going even when the odds are against him. In the unpredictable world of MMA, Gerald Meerschaert is a fighter who embodies the spirit of never giving up.